York Congresswoman Elise Stefanik is slamming a local TV news station for its coverage of her. She says the commentary by two men on her role as a soon-to-be working mother and GOP leader was, quote, outrageously sexist. Here's a clip of Friday's segment on WCAX TV.
So how does this work? If someone is on maternity leave, do they vote remotely like we saw during the pandemic?
As someone who wants to be scarce after having a child and also in the short run-up before, these two developments, proxy voting and remote committee meetings, really help someone who is not up to full-time engagement on the floor of the House or in the office buildings in the committee meetings do their job. The people in New York 21 will benefit while she's not at full energy on her job by a congressional staff.
Harris, oh my goodness, not at full energy. Look, I was recently pregnant, just over a year and 8 months ago. I was on the campaign trail in New Hampshire and Michigan. I was back to work, back out on the campaign trail. Yes, just a few weeks after having her, that was my choice. But this is broad stroke generalization of a new mother, a working mother. This is galling.
Oh my goodness, this is what the Party of Women is about?
Yeah.
I don't even know what to think. And those pictures of Blake, by the way, as Blake got a little bit older in the White House, and there were other pictures, you were able to talk with her about what was coming. She may never remember the content of those messages, but she will forever have the images of having been next to a strong woman following her purpose and her dreams. Elise Stefanik, same situation. And if that's threatening to some of the men around her, Biden style, too bad. I thought I'd whisper it because, he whispers the really important stuff sometimes. And we want to make sure that the men in the room get it.
Oh, good job there, Harris. Dr. Sapphire, their words, while she's not full of energy, she wants to be scarce, not up for full-time engagement. This is what they have to say about a soon-to-be working mom.
Isn't this so typical of what a man would say about being pregnant? This is why men aren't pregnant, just women are, because we can handle a lot more. Have you ever seen a man with the flu? Come on. Honestly, it's preposterous. I am certain that this very educated, smart woman has timed this appropriately, like all working women do. She's due in the fall, lame duck session time, and she's going to be just fine, especially in the world of COVID when you can be doing things remotely. She is going to have that baby and hit the ground running, just like every other working mom does. And so for them to just call her out for her pregnancy and not at the same time call out other people who may be dealing with things. Think about President Biden when he was VP. His son Beau died. Did anybody say, well, he shouldn't necessarily be the vice president anymore because maybe he's not able to fulfill his duties? No, because we all deal with things in our personal lives and we are still able to maintain our professional status just fine.
Absolutely. And Abby, I always joke and say, I got the role of national press secretary on a campaign, and I decided what better time to have a baby than then. But look, Elise Stefanik just got this huge leadership role. I love that she chose to have a baby now, because I always try to tell women, look, you can have it all. You can, achieve in the workplace and have a child and be a mother. What message, though, does this send to women when you have men just summarily categorizing us as lacking in energy if we decide to have a baby?
Well, knowing women and the women in my life, I think that it's going to fire them up. And they're going to say, you know what, I'm going to have these children. I'm going to be even better at my job. And I'm just so confused why we're still having this conversation. There was a recent study from 2019 that said more than 80% of women have a child while they're still in their working years. So the fact that we're still talking about it in 2021 is kind of mind-blowing. But, don't come after moms. They're extremely efficient with their jobs and one, raising their children and also doing just their normal jobs. I was recently in Chicago, and my sister-in-law is pregnant. She beat me up the stairs faster, and I'm not even pregnant. And then I think about my mom, who raised 3 kids, had 3 dogs at the same time, and the things that she had to do. It is crazy. And Kaylee, just from watching you on the campaign trail and do your job, you are the best at pretty much everything. And you can tell in baby Blake as well, because she is just absolutely adorable.
Oh, thank you so much, Abby. That's sweet. Sounds like you've got great women around you as well. But Chris, look, I want to pull this up because I don't think this has anything to do with Elise Stefanik's gender, but it may be more her politics. Because when Tammy Duckworth announced her pregnancy in 2018, being a Democrat, the media called her a trailblazer. The Washington Post said Tammy Duckworth will be the Senate's first new mom, but she already has a record of blazing trails. And then the BBC, Tammy Duckworth, the mother making history in the U.S. Senate. And then NBC, Tammy Duckworth is pregnant. She will be the first senator to give birth in office. So maybe it has more to do that she is a strong Republican woman, Elise Stefanik.
Oh yeah, we saw that firsthand with the Trump administration, where there was no homage paid to all the women who were on staff and all the women who were so public in communications. And we saw this firsthand in a local New York paper that previously had described Congresswoman Stefanik as childless and some of their coverage of this. I mean, of course having a baby changes you. Thank God a beautiful neighbor, baby Eliza, just got out of NICU. But for 12 days, all her mother could think about, all her mother cared about in the entire world was her. She was completely devoted to that baby, while her husband, Sean, took care of their other daughter and tried to make things work. It changes you, and because of that, Lee's a much better, stronger person. Of course it changes you. It does take you away from work, because all that matters is that baby. But because of it, she is now a better person and more capable of handling what her constituents and her family and her friends need.
Yeah, I can confirm. Having baby Blake certainly made me a whole lot better. So it's a great sacrifice and a tremendous honor. And Elise Stefanik, we congratulate you on your upcoming baby on the way. More out.